You mentioned traveling around the world, and there are a lot of people around the world. You didn't campaign for this job, and you weren't elected to it, but you have become an icon to people around the world. I mean, fans just, for your music, but also people who believe that they can live their best life from a sexual and a gender perspective as well, because of your example. But speak to how that makes you feel. That has to feel like a lot of responsibility, but also maybe a good deal of pride.
It makes me feel good, I don't know about pride, but I just feel good. I feel like everybody deserves the dignity to express themselves how they want and to not be shut down. I mean, our world, just like what's going on right now, this is the death rattle of the people that created this particular paradigm, and they don't like it, and that's okay, but because they don't have to go away, they just have to share. It's like it's a sharing system, and it's going to keep going like this until there is equality, and it's going to be a long time. I think this is not like overnight shit, but I feel very happy that people can see alternatives. We are an imitating species. We imitate, and it's nice to have different things to imitate, or for people to like grab onto, to go like, oh, this person puts me at ease because I feel that in myself, and I want to like walk the earth like that, and if I could be that to a couple of people, I'm down. And I don't, it's nobody's business who I love, who I fuck, who I do whatever with, and I'm sorry, you can't say fuck on here, because if you haven't heard fuck yet, people, walk outside, for fuck's sake.
Go have a drink.
I'm into like, let's all get along, as they say, and it's a simple yet profound notion.
Yeah. Hey, tell me about your first guitar. Was a guitar your first instrument?
Yes.
Tell me about the first one.
The first one, funny enough, I think the first one was like Martin that my dad lent me money to get, and it's with like a old bandmate of mine that I haven't spoken to in a bit, but yeah, that, and now I'm like an ambassador for Martin, and I pretty much only play Martins. I do have a nice 56 Gibson, don't tell anybody, but and then I just started playing this really nice nylon string 1953 Martin. So I'm a Martin person, but I love the ukulele. The ukulele, after taking a battering in this business, I was on I'd gone through like 2 brutal major label deals and a couple of indies, and was, embarking on that writing time that I was telling you about. I started playing the ukulele, and it just like opened this like, little door in my heart again to like just the simplicity and the beauty of just, a song. Like, I was whistling. That was another thing. It brought the whistling to the table, because I always whistled, but then for a while I was just playing ukulele. I used to call them these little bedroom ditties, and so I was doing that, and then and then I made 2 quirky, weird things like whistling and ukulele, like my like my main things in the beginning, which was funny. I was never like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna be that dyke who whistles and plays. That wasn't in the like, blueprint. That was like, that's what I should do.
It's hard to fit all that on the front of the album.
but I did those 2 things, and I still do those 2 things with, no apologies. And, but I play all these, weird little, instruments, but I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah. What do you think you'd be doing right now if it weren't for music? If music weren't a thing, what would you be?
I think I'd be probably and not because I think I know anything, but like, I've been to plenty that don't know anything, but I think I might be a therapist, like a doctor, like a psychiatrist or a psychologist or something like that. Because it's like, it appeals to my, my need to like understand what people are thinking, and that's where songwriting happened. So I think I'd probably do that, just because I really enjoy, dissecting what goes on in the human brain and heart, and I'm always like, kind of got like my own magnifying glass on what drives me in all the ways, mostly romantic, because that's exciting stuff,
I think some of your fans would tell you that you're already a therapist for them and the things that you do.
There you go. Yeah, sorry.
Last question. What's the best meal that you've prepared personally during the lockdown from the pandemic?
Well, I bought a grill, which that's my first grill I've ever bought, because, New York City, the best you could do is like a fucking hibachi on fire. But I never did that, because it's always like kind of like, you're flipping one like veggie burger, and one veggie burger you're killing some poor bastard on the street. But I never. But I got a grill here at like this in this quarantine, and I cooked I don't eat meat or like cow dairy or anything like that, but I do eat seafood. So I grilled some shrimp, and it was fucking amazing. So good.
Nice. My wife is vegetarian. She's got me on these Beyond Burgers.
Oh yeah, man, they're good.
Man, if you would have told me, I would have thought you were full of it. There's no way I thought.
So healthy, so they say, but I don't give a shit.
They're so good.
So good. And they're also like, they're making Impossible burgers like a little bit more like Beyond's now, and I like them both. And but yeah, I'm like I'm with you, man. I'm right there with you.
Thank you again for doing the benefit for us. Once again, the details on that. You want to see LP play, you should go see her live down at City National Grove of Anaheim, the Drive-In OC. Tickets, and you go in, by the way, and you park, and you get an empty space next to your car, so you can spread out with people that you quarantine with. Don't have to touch anybody else. Get on your phone. They'll bring you stuff, bring you merch.
I mean, at least, well, that's going to be hard for people to give up. That I've heard about that feature where they bring you stuff.
You remember, like, for 5 minutes, the movie theaters, like 15 years ago, had the thing where they do, they bring stuff to your seat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bring that back. I'm all about that. So now that we're doing this is pretty great.
I'm nervous to do the show, but I feel like you got to. I mean, it's going to be one of those, hey, remember when we did drive-in shows for a second? I do.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Get your ticket at 885fm.org or axs.com. Another Nederlander concert. And go buy this record, the one that you love. You'll hear it quite a bit on 88.5 FM as well, and look for the new album coming in April. Had a hoot talking to you today. LP, thanks for joining us here on 88.5 FM.
Pleasure. I appreciate you guys very much. Thanks for playing my stuff.
All right, be good.